It's fun not having to jump over trenches anymore in the backyard. Filled in all the holes. And now I can fully concentrate on doing this sarcophagus lid. Before I start working with the Monster Mud on the skeleton, doing the drapery over it, I'm going to trim down the lid itself to proper size. The foam kind of like runs over the edge of the wood frame a little bit, so I'm going to trim it down with a router, and I'm going to put a decorative edge on it. I mentioned I was going to either round it over or just chamfer it, but D Minor Sound had recommended putting actually a decorative edge on the edges, and so I'm going to go with something like that, maybe an OG design or whatever. But first thing I'm going to do is use a flush trim bit and get the edges all even. You may recall that I picked up this router, I think it was to do the Gothic arch windows, and I never did get a chance to actually use it for that. And rather than breaking out the heavy duty router, I figured using this trim router would be fine. I'll just have to figure out how to use the damn thing. So I'm going for as much realism as possible, so I'm going to try and get as much blood, real blood, onto the sarcophagus as I can.
12 seconds later.
But I'm going to have to come back in a minute because this thing is just bleeding real bad. Maybe if I have some of that gauze, huh? So I've staunched the blood flow. Not feeling too dizzy anymore. Okay, and I'm going to put the decorative edge on it using a Roman OG bit. And we'll see how this does in creating a nice decorative edge. Yeah, it's hard to even see any kind of edge here, so I think I'm just going to go with the simple round over. It's a 3/8 inch round over, and hopefully it'll be able to mask some of that mess. I bought this Sure Foam shaver. I'm just going to go over the edges here a little bit where the first pour attempt was made. I think the blue or pink foam would have accepted it more than this white foam does. And Montclair had said he didn't have much hope for this white stuff that he's used in the past, and it's gotten really dinged up. Well, I've used white foam to make tombstones, and I haven't had a problem with it. But I also haven't tried to put a decorative edge on it before, and I think it's the nature of it being the white foam more than anything else. So I think what I'm going to do is actually mud the lid before I place the skeleton on it. Otherwise, I won't be able to get underneath the skeleton. Trying to beat the rains that are scheduled to come, because as Robert Gaskell correctly noted, Monster Mud and rain don't quite mix. So I'm going to try and help the drying a little bit with my heat gun. go get another paintbrush. This one is losing bristles. Okay, that's a first coat of Drylok. I think it can use a second one, and that'll make it a much more uniform coating. So I'm not going to do anything with the skeleton just yet until I get the base completed, and then I can start attaching it and applying the Drylok to the skeleton, and then throwing the sheet over the top of that. It shouldn't take as long as the plaster of Paris, I don't think. Seems to be going that way though, right? Okay, if you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, and that way you can watch the continuing saga as soon as these videos are posted. Okay, thanks for watching.